Welcome back, Shalligators, and welcome, Shalla haters. Yes, today we're talking about haters because we talked recently about pettiness, petty girls, and petty drama with Taylor Swift, and even followed that up with like why people like Taylor are going to have a really difficult time finding happiness in life because they're constantly in this like war of protecting what they think is theirs because they don't even know what makes them happy. Today, we're going to kind of build on that and yet pivot. We are talking about the Olympic gymnasts. Oh yes, our American girls repping our beautiful, wonderful country, winning gold as U.S. gymnasts are wont to do. In America, we love some things. We love obesity. Yeah, we do. We love guns. We love seed oils and hydrogenated fats. I think that's a thing. We love it. And we love winning motherfucking gold in the Olympics. Okay. So Simone Biles has absolutely bodied this hater who should be one of the most supportive people, a fellow gymnast named MYKAYLA Skinner. There are, by the way, tons of MYKAYLAs in U.S. gymnastics. Are you allowed to do it if you're not named MYKAYLA? I'll look into this. But you've probably heard about this drama. MYKAYLA is a former Team USA gymnast. She won silver in Tokyo, whenever that was. I guess it was the last Olympics. She retired in 2021, and she just shooting her fat mouth off about Team USA, basically calling them lazy and with a bad work ethic, except for Simone Biles. Really? Well, did they just win gold or... I'm going to talk about this. We're going to break it down because there is a lot to learn here, whether you're going to the Olympics or not, possibly or not. How do you deal with haters? Because haters are different than petty girls. Haters very often are watching you kind of at a distance, but listen, maybe they're not. Petty people, I kind of define the difference like a petty bitch, she's just going to like pick at you. She's going to give you these backhanded compliments. You know what I love about you, Hannah, is you just wear whatever you want. Right? Like you don't care. It's like it's Hannah's world. Okay. That's a petty bitch. A hater is someone who is looking at you daring greatly, you taking a big swing, you stepping out and being yourself, and just trashing you for it. They're similar. There's a lot of overlap here. They are the same animal, but a different breed, right? One's a husky, one's a Pomeranian, but they're both fucking dogs, okay? We're going to talk about how to deal with this because boy, oh boy, do I have a lot of experience with haters. Honestly, you guys, sometimes I feel like my life is almost nothing but haters. Do you ever feel like that? Do you go through these phases where you're like, is anyone on my side? It doesn't feel like you are. And it's just, you feel so alone and it feels so unfair because it's like, I'm trying to make myself better. Maybe you're trying to lose weight and your family's like, oh, you think you're better? Oh, watch out everyone. She's going to have a salad for dinner. Maybe you're trying to get a degree. Maybe you're trying to leave your small town. Maybe you're trying to move to a small town. You're trying to put yourself out there on the internet. You're trying to get a relationship when all your friends are still in their slut phase. Whatever it is you're doing, if it's authentic to you, there is no hate that's okay. So I'm going to tell you how to repel these kinds of people. But before we get started, okay, there's some space for my Italy trip. I feel like somebody out there manifested this. So both my Italy trips were going on, one September 4th and the next one is October 4th. They both sold out. They sold out pretty darn fast. Actually, this Amalfi one was a little overbooked. And I feel like one of you girls was like, oh, like mad that you didn't take the opportunity, had FOMO, maybe thought that this summer was going to be so much fun, going to be so busy. And then it was kind of like, it was kind of a dud. And you're like, I really wish I booked that trip. You made this happen because I think two girls had to drop out. We have 2 spaces. We can maybe stretch it to 3. We're not going to kick anyone off. We've got a few spaces for the Amalfi Coast trip. We're going to Rome, and to the Amalfi Coast, we're going to Positano. We're going to Sorrento. We are going to the best of the best in that region. Beautiful restaurants. We're doing a boat tour around the Amalfi Coast. We're staying at 4- and 5-star resorts. We're bringing a photographer with us. It's just going to be, I mean, you guys know how I travel. If you don't follow me on Instagram, check it out. I travel very high end and I want to give that experience to you guys. Plus, have you meet a bunch of amazing girls. There are girls on this trip who are going to be your best friends for life. They're waiting to meet you. And I want to be your best friend for life. So anyway, the trip is September 4th through the 10th. You guys got to like rock and roll on this. These spaces will close up. So I'm putting the link down there. Come. If this is calling to you, there's a reason. All right. I would love to see you girls. I can't wait for this trip. I've been taking my Italian lessons 3 days a week. So many outfits with so many lemons on it. Oh, and speaking of outfits, do you like this top? It's a little croppy crop. It's EXO Style Box. It's my clothing rental subscription service. Listen, I love clothes and I love switching up my style. I cannot keep buying clothes. I'm maxing out my credit cards. It's also just not very sustainable. Like I'll wear something once or twice, take a picture in it and be like, I don't care anymore. Like, I can't keep going to Goodwill. This is a bad cycle. So I invented EXO Style Box so that you guys and myself, like I also do this for me, we can rent clothes. So you can rent a whole bunch of styles a month. There's different tiers. You can take a different amount, different price plans. You can keep them as long as you want. You can swap. And these are expensive pieces. They're anywhere from $200 to $800 retail. I'm not going out and buying that stuff. So look, the first month is free, but I am also doing a giveaway. You can enter on my Instagram. It's the first pinned post. I'm giving away 2 months for free. So like, try some different styles. Rent the weird outfit. Run it up the flagpole. All right. The Olympics. First of all, do you want to talk about women's boxing? What's the key word there? Is it women's? Tell me what you guys, I don't even want to. Go to the comments. Just talk about it in the comments, okay? Thank you. Okay, so a former US Olympic gymnast, MYKAYLA Skinner, said in a YouTube video, besides Simone Biles, obviously, I feel like the talent and the depth just isn't like what it used to be. The girls just don't have the work ethic. Okay, on one hand, she would know. Like, she would know. I am not one of these people who looks at a gymnast or any sort of athlete in any sport is like, oh, fucking loser. How did you not make that? Like, I'm sitting here in like my temple of carbohydrates. Nobody listened to me. But I look at someone who it's like, okay, apples to apples. I don't know. Maybe she's kind of right. Is she though? Like, just because she is in this sphere and she knows a good gymnast from a bad one, it's like, well, they're Team USA, dude. Like, they won the same competitions you won, doing the same kinds of routines in the same ecosystem that you did that got you to the Olympics. So are you meaning to tell me that the entire talent base of gymnastics has just drastically downstepped to the point that these losers were able to like get a foothold in Team USA? Like, I don't understand like where she's going with this. It's like the math ain't mathin'. You know what I mean? And on one hand, I almost feel bad for her because this time when Olympics come out, everyone is in their carbohydrate seed oil palace, just judging and bitching, right? Like, how could she not stick that landing? Oh, she took a hop and they're doing this. We're all suddenly an expert in like fucking badminton and archery or whatever. So there are so many people making comments about athletics outside of the Olympics. I mean, I've dated athletes. I was super into hockey for a really long time. So I was obsessively watching, and I was even more obsessively when I was dating these guys, listening to the commentary about them. And it made me want to claw their eyes out. Like these fat fucking guys in Sports Center, like, hey, Jimmy, yeah, I don't know. Stahl's really fucking it up out there. Doesn't really have much of a hockey sense. Couldn't agree with you more, Bruce. He's really not going to make it. It's like what? Like, and so Simone really had the last laugh, as did the entirety of Team USA when they won gold. And she even posted her Instagram caption, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions. And then MYKAYLA first of all, she's blocking anyone who is trying to have any sort of conversation with her about this, including Simone Biles. She said, I want to formally apologize to Team USA and to our gymnastics community for my comments during recent YouTube episodes of the gymnastics Olympic trials. It was not my intention to offend or disrespect any of the athletes or to take away from their hard work. what would you say your intention was? I wish people would start to say things with their chest. Say it with your entire torso. Say it with like your spleen, wherever your kidneys are. Are they here? I don't know. Just be like, no, I came to fuck it up. I came for you. I came for your neck. And you know what? You proved me wrong. If she had said that, I would have been like, all right, like she fucked around. She found out, which is what MYKAYLA Maroney, a different MYKAYLA, who is like, she's a gymnast and she's like very obviously in support of Simone. She's like, yeah, Skinner fucked around and found out, basically, because look at how well the team did. But if Skinner had been like, yeah, honestly, you guys blew me away. Congratulations. I did not think you were the best in the world. I thought that the Russians or the Bulgarians or whoever, I thought they were going to body you. And I hope, listen, I know that probably hurt your feelings when I said that, but maybe it gave you like a little boost out there. If she had said that, I would have had some respect for her. It wasn't my intention to be offensive. Yes, it was. Yes, it the fuck was. I am so tired of people being such wusses. If I say something mean, it's on purpose. Oh, did that hurt? Yeah, it was meant to. I choose my words carefully. If I've ever been offensive, that was the point. Maybe it wasn't. I knew it was offensive, but I'm not like, I can't wait to offend this group of people. I was just saying how I felt and letting the chips fall where they may. And if you don't like it, I bet you fucking don't. This is the world we live in. It is a world of free speech where people can have opinions. And like I was saying, like I would watch like these hockey commentators talking about men I loved deeply and be like, yeah, I don't think he's really going to do much with his career. Well, how did he miss that shot? Like, what? No one's coming for them. No, this isn't an international incident when it's like, oh, he ended up raising the Stanley Cup multiple times. He was the captain of his team at 19. Thank you. Thank you. I wonder if this backlash against MYKAYLA Skinner is partly because she is a woman. I do wonder this. I'm not like a MYKAYLA Skinner apologist. She was being petty as fuck. And she was just being a hater. Maybe she wishes beyond wishing that she was there. I mean, when you are an athlete or anything your whole life, and suddenly you're just spat out into the world and you don't do this anymore, who are you? Who are you? That is a very rough landing. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine. I mean, when I lost my job at Star Magazine, my identity went with it. I was like, I don't know. And I had YouTube. I was already a YouTuber, but it was so, and I had worked at Star Magazine since I was 8 years old. So I do think that there's quite a bit of psychology behind what MYKAYLA said, which does lead me into the overall advice of this video. Haters are just confused admirers. Haters are confused admirers. If you go to my Instagram, one of the story highlights I have is trolls. I highly encourage you to watch it because guess what I'm doing? Yep, I'm unmasking a troll. A woman named Tina Chivers, hi sweetie, who spent, she posted like 400 times in a year on a Reddit hate thread about me. I'm like a mid-level YouTuber. Who fucking cares, right? I mean, and she looks like a sentient potato. Of course. But my point is, I was like completely unmasking her. I was like, I'm fucking done with this. Like, you don't hide in the shadows and think that I'm not going to find you. I found you in 20 minutes. Like, you're not as slick as you think you are. But what I don't think I put in that highlight, which is the most interesting thing to me, and I can't believe I forgot it, she would be in this hate thread about me. Ew, Shallon, you have issues with your mother. What? Okay. You pay your friend. So like weird things. She would go to dating advice Reddit threads and parrot my advice in like a positive way. Oh, like either he's a firework or he's a fireplace. The secret to being a hot girl is you decide that you are one. It blew my mind. And almost everyone in this Reddit hate thread was doing that. Almost everyone. Haters are confused admirers. They look at you and they are fucking triggered. They are Triggered is like too mild of a term. They're a fire that is set. They're not just a trigger that's pulled, because that's one and done. They're a fire that's set and suddenly it's out of control because there is something that you're doing, probably a few somethings, that they want, that they admire. And then as quickly as they feel that, a different feeling replaces it. And it is seething, roiling resentment. Because they know, and I'm going to put know in quotes because they believe, it is not empirical fact that they will never do what you're doing. They probably could, but they know they won't. Not because the deck is stacked against them, not because it is actually impossible, but because in their heart, they know they don't have the get up and go to do what you're doing. And the thing that's triggering for them usually involves you making a very big swing in this world. And again, big is a relative term. You are doing something that is disrupting their idea of possibility. People in this town where I live hate me. They do. Not everyone, but the people who hate me with like the fire of 1,000 suns. Guess what almost all of them want to be? They all want to be influencers. Oh! They want to be financially independent. Let's say they don't want to be an influencer. They want to be financially independent. They want to be attractive. Sorry, cankles. They want something that I have. And it's bad enough that I have it, right? It's bad enough that whatever this it is, whether it's I'm genuinely happy, single, or I don't have any DUIs, or deadbeat baby daddies, or baby daddies in general that my life belongs to. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's bad enough that I have it. It is intolerable that they now have to be aware of it. What a hater's motivation is, what their like wound is, isn't even necessarily what you're doing. Like it is, but the wound is contrast. The wound is visibility. Okay, so here's an example of contrast. Like the hate against me, like it all happened last summer. I'm sure you guys know the story. Like I did an interview that I like living here. All right. And people just hated that. Oh, okay. I can't make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. CC women's boxing. But not a lot, but some of my friends turned on me. And this one girl in particular, if you're in the Shallon, you know exactly who she is. We have her picture. We have a picture of the married boss that she's fucking. We have a time lapse of her incredible weight gain and descent into alcoholism. And she was like leading the charge against me. And she was my friend. She was my friend. And some of my friends sided with her. And some of them obviously sided with me. If I could draw you a picture, if I could just boil down who these people are who sided with her versus who sided with me, let's just say birds of a feather. The people who are on team her, and therefore anti-team Shallon, also alcoholics, also in incredibly bad shape. Either they're in a toxic marriage or they're cheating on their spouse also. The people who sided with me, fit, happy, healthy, high earning, independent, very self-aware. Why? Why did this happen? Because those friends who were team her, they didn't want the contrast. They don't like the contrast. They hang out with me, they hang out with Lily, and they're going to get some contrast, right? They're going to get a contrast that's going to make them feel good hanging out with Lily. Well, I'm not as fat as her. I didn't drink as much as her. I'm fucking another guy, but he's not married. You hang out with me, and your contrast moves a little bit differently. Shallon didn't drink at all. Shallon works out 7 days a week. Shallon is independent and happy and thriving, and if someone treats her poorly, he's out of her life. No. No. Because that disrupts the status quo machine in a hater. That is going to tell them, hey, it's actually possible to go out and be sober and have fun. It's possible to get a bad guy out of your life. It's possible to fit in exercising into a very busy schedule. Ugh. Because when you see that, when you see what life is capable of, if you see something, do you want to see something if seeing means you have to believe? Would you want to know if you then had to know? Oh, my life doesn't have to be like this. Then why is it? Well, it's not because, well, it can't be any other way. Well, hers is different. And actually, all of her friends, it's not, Shallon is not actually special. I'm not. All of the girls in her clique are like this. So then why am I not like this? Because, oh, I'm a mom. Well, that girl's a mom. Oh, because I have a job. Well, they all have jobs. Well, because this, because that. Could it be because I'm fucking lazy? Could it be because I am a passenger in my own life and I actually don't want to know that it's possible, yeah, with some work and some changes and some self-awareness, to live a better life? I think I'll hang out with Lily because I'm not going to have all those icky little feelings after I'm done drinking 4 bottles of wine at her townhouse. That is the motivation of a hater. Contrast. They don't like contrast. And when you come along, literally minding your own fucking business, I have no illusions that anyone here is like, meh, just like being a douchey bragger in their life. I mean, I'm doing it now on the internet, but like for instructive purposes, also I am a douche. I don't think any of you guys are rubbing your big swings and your contrast in anyone's face. And that's what's so painful about it. It's like, why are you being like this? I'm just living my life. I'm just living my life. It is really tempting to get caught up in the why. Why do you hate me so much? Why? Whether it's people in your life or it's like people on the internet. Obviously, given what I do, I have tons of people shooting their fat mouth off on the internet. Like, I mean, I've been canceled, for God's sake, twice. And, well, they've tried. And it's like, I am literally not bothering anybody. I mean, if anyone's going to cancel me, you'd think it'd be like Kourtney Kardashian and Taylor Swift. And they're like, bleh. Like, what is so triggering about this to you? The contrast. But how? Girl, baby girl, I get it. I am a why person too. Why? I mean, that's the theme of this entire channel. And whenever I talk about haters or anything, there's always someone in the comments who's like, you're the biggest hater. You're always trashing these pop stars. First of all, I'm good at it and it's funny. Second of all, I do it. I'm not just like, Halsey's fat. Like, I'm not just like, I'm doing it for the lessons we can extrapolate. But you know what? Sure. Okay. I'm a total hater against Taylor Swift. I'm not. I like Taylor a lot. I admire her a ton. But I think we are adult enough to be like, girl, what are you doing? We analyze her as we would analyze our friends. And that's what we do here. We look at these people as humans, not like pop stars or reality stars. Like, we look at them as 360 people, fallible to the exact same bizarre pathologies that your friend is at brunch. But okay, let's say I'm being a hater. Yeah, I'm a confused admirer. Like, okay, you can say that. You can make that. Here's another fact about haters. No one above you is coming for you. No one above you is coming for you. And you know what? I'm not above Taylor Swift. I trash talk Matthew Hussey. He has no idea who I am. And he's actually really nice and incredibly hot in person. But I'm like, ooh, his advice. It's fine. Like, I am literally just jealous. I'm totally jealous. Like, there's nothing motivating that besides jealousy. I'm beneath him. Maybe one day I won't be, but like where we are now, yes, I never trash creators who are smaller than me. I don't trash creators in general. I honestly am so unaware of them, but let's say I was. I'm above you. Like, I don't need to trash you. And so when we were talking about Taylor Swift, this is where the pettiness dovetails. Like, how could she be so triggered by Sabrina Carpenter? Bro, she is. Based on her results, based on her behavior, she is hella triggered by Charlie XCX, Olivia Rodrigo, Sabrina Carpenter. She is. But that's crazy. She's got everything. She doesn't feel that way. She doesn't feel that way. And I look at the haters, my friends, former friends here in this town, and I'm like, you have ostensibly on paper everything I should want. You have a husband. You have a really embedded community here. You work with great people. No one's mean to you online. Like, you've got big, giant tits. Why are you acting like this? There is something about me that is above them. And this is their own interpretation, is above it. This is purely from their own heart. And again, when you have like your sister who's like, oh, she's going to be a lawyer. No one bring up anything. Because Megan's going to like argue it at the table because she's in law school. And you're like, where is this, Christine? Where is this coming from? Like, you're just like, what is happening right now? You have everything. You have the great husband. I'm single and out here. You're like started your own floral business. I'm in law school. Like, on paper, it might not make sense. And because it doesn't make sense, you're going to get locked in the why. You're going to get locked in the why loop. Why? And the more you try to figure it out directly with this person, the more confused you're going to get because they're going to gaslight you. They're not going to tell you the truth, more than likely. And I say this because I want us to get out of the why loop. And you know, I'm like a stand for Laura St. John and everything. And that's a huge aspect of her teaching. She's our mindset coach. And I have like links down below, either her 6-week course, which is amazing. I mean, it's basically everything we do at the retreats, but like not as deep, but really good. Or just a free 7-day thing. Just click down below and you can get it. But she is very much let go of the why. Stop trying to clean it up. Stop trying to figure it out, blah, 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 and click into a trust. And like in these situations, it's like, okay, like that makes a lot of sense when we talk about why did he break up with me? I trust that I dodged a bullet. Somehow, some way, my perfect partner is out there. I'm on the path, okay? But when you're trying to do something amazing in your life, or just something different, or just what everyone else is doing, but maybe you're doing it better. And it's like, well, what's the trust? What's the trust? I trust that I'm on the right path because look how mad everyone is. When I like am out and I walk through a restaurant and women give me that look, I fucking love that look. It's hater energy. And I am like a Tinkerbell of hate. I'm like, hate on me. And I live off of those looks from women. Because you know what they tell me? Got him. Disruptive. Contrast. Oh, did you not know you can wear shoes out to sushi that don't Velcro? Did you know that? Did you know that maybe if you had 2 eyebrows and 0 mustache, you could be dating a guy as hot as me? Oh, sorry about it. I live for this shit. There's a quote by Kobe Bryant. Having haters is a good thing. They don't hate the good ones. They hate the great ones. Reggie Jackson, another athlete. And it's interesting that we're talking about athletes because I think athletes have had to come up with all this psychology. Kobe Bryant was actually a pioneer of sports psychology. He was one of the first athletes ever to be like, what's going on? And now it's huge. I mean, it's a job, it's a major, everything. So we can credit Kobe for the Mamba mentality. Seriously. Reggie Jackson was a baseball player and he was like the villain in like, what is it, the 80s or the 90s? Like, ooh, he was like Charles Barkley, like, ooh, the bad guy. And people would boo him when he would come on the field. And he like played into it. And someone's like, Reggie, did the boos get to you? Like, do you dislike it? And he's like, hell no, they don't boo the nobodies. They don't boo the nobodies. They hate the great ones. Well, I don't feel great. You know, I feel like I'm a mid-level YouTuber living in Montana, and I'm just trying to live my life. Like, This hate doesn't feel good. I know. I know. Having people who should be applauding you turn on you. MYKAYLA Skinner shitting on Simone Biles and Team USA. Like, you should be championing these people. You know exactly how hard it is to get there. You should be like, yeah, it can't be me, so I'm glad it's you guys. And you're the loudest dog in this yard? Why, dude? Confused admirer. She wants to be there. She can't be. So if she can't have it, she'll destroy it. It is human nature to disdain that which we cannot have. This is a tenet of psychology. This is a tenet of evil. So be very aware of what people hate about you. They're giving you a roadmap to what it is they want. And now here we get to the part where we talk about how to deal with these haters. Well, like I said, when I see women give me the look when I'm out, I peacock out like you. I am just cock of the walk. I love it. Now, I'm not just going to walk to my seat. No, I'm going to find a reason to walk back and forth across this restaurant 4 times. And I'm not just going to do that. I'm going to look at your husband. Because I'm trying to enrage you. Because you picked a little bit of a fight with the wrong person. You gave a bad, ugly, nasty look to a predator. And all you've done is put that predator's eyes right on you. Now you're in my crosshairs. And now I want to make you as miserable as possible because I know how. And you know what else I am? I'm a fucking bully. I'm a bully. I don't start it, but I'll finish it. I'm going to ruin your dinner. I'm going to make sure you and your husband have a horrible fight tonight because he's in the bathroom. You're going to have a fight. You're going to have a fight. And I'm going to be at the center of it. And you won't bring it up. You won't say that. But that is what's going to happen because I'm going to ruffle your feathers so bad, there's no going back. This day is ruined. Are you happy with your choices? This is how you defeat a hater. You just do it more. And you know who actually has said this historically is Taylor Swift. She's like, this was like a long time ago when she was in her like maybe Fearless era. She's like, when people say I'm annoying or goofy, she's like, it just makes me want to do it more. And I was like, fuck yeah, Taylor. Like, I love that. I love that energy. I have very much the same energy as Taylor, which is I think why I like go so hard on her. Cause I'm like, girl, I get you. I get it. But we gotta keep it to a dull roar here. You deal with a hater by shining as brightly as you can. You turn it so far up. You turn that shine from 5 to 5,000 and you burn through their eyeballs. That's what you do. That is what Simone Biles and Team USA did. I have no doubt that those comments got under her skin. She's a human being facing like the greatest challenge of her entire life, the whole world watching her, and someone who, again, should be in her corner because she knows exactly how hard this is like, lazy. And yeah, I know she wasn't calling Simone lazy, but if they're operating as a team, you come for one, you come for us all. I know that got under her skin. And this is our life's work. What are we going to do with that energy? What are we going to do with this? We know what the haters do with it. We know what a hater does with the feeling of disruption. Man, like they're going to do nothing positive for themselves. They're just going to spray venom everywhere and be like, good. Good. We don't operate like that. Those are betas. We're alphas. Those are pigeons. We're eagles. We are going to take that, painful as it is. Yeah, we're not going to pretend like it's not painful. I don't even care. I love it when people tell me I'm stupid on the internet. I love when my friends turn on me. No, you don't. You don't have to. You don't have to love it. Stop gaslighting yourself. What you do have to do is march on and march stronger and faster and harder and march all the fuck over them. That's what you do. And I know that's what Team USA did. I know they were in the locker room being like, we're going to show that loudmouth bitch who's boss. And they did. Hate and revenge, excellent motivator. I'm not wearing, I took it off because I got a facial. My necklace, it says revenge. I had this whole conversation. If you're in the Shallon entourage, I was ranting about this, that I had this conversation with my mom when I was just home. She's like, revenge. It's just so mean. It's so hateful. I'm like, that's not what it is. Revenge isn't, I'm going to get this guy fired by pretending he sexually harassed me. I mean, it can be. Revenge is like, I'm going to turn that pain into power. I'm going to use that as rocket fuel to get me where I want to go. And every time I want to give up, I'm going to think about that person who's like, you're never going to be anything. Oh, you're going to do this? Okay. And I'm going to get through that workout. I'm going to finish that book proposal. I'm going to make another video. And I'm not going to, this is the important part, I'm not going to live in that hate. And I'll be honest with you, it took me a while to get there. I lived in the hate. And I think that there is extremity rhetoric going on in the world right now. Like, we know this. Like, everyone's like, "Wow, so extreme." There's extremity rhetoric even in psychology. And like, basically what we talk about, it's either you are a hellcat hate monster, just never letting anything go because you're afraid that if you back off that a little, your motivation is gone. Or live, laugh, love. Live, laugh, love. I don't even care. We are choosing the middle path. Both extremes are for betas. They are. Alphas can inhabit the middle path. Oh, I'm going to remember what they said. I'm going to remember how they looked at me. I'm going to remember the low expectations, the snide comments, the backhanded things. Yeah, I'm going to remember that. And I'm going to use it, though, as almost like an emergency cash fund. When I'm low, I know I've got a little slush fund there, and I'm just going to take out only as much as I need to get back in the black, to keep going. I'm not going to blow my savings. I don't need to. I only need a little bit to straighten myself out. That's difficult. That's very, very difficult. It requires a lot of self-control. It requires mindset. Laura has helped teach me this. I mean, I was very much in the place of I am only fueled by hate. I don't know how to back off of that. I don't know how to let things go. I was afraid to let anything go because I thought I'm not going to be motivated. My hate is all I have to keep me going. My achievements are based purely on revenge, showing it and proving to people that I can do it. And I mean, I could have kept it up like that. I did it for many, many years. I could have kept on going. I knew how. But I was just really tired. And I stopped recognizing myself and like hanging out with people I grew up with or knew me when I was like 14 or something. And hearing them say like, this doesn't seem like you, you know? There were always elements of this like wildcat, but it seems like it's just taken you over entirely. And I didn't want to hear that. You don't understand. I would say, you don't get it. They absolutely got it. I was the one who didn't get it. I was the one who didn't get that you could never let anything go. I don't forgive and I don't motherfucking forget, okay? But I also don't need to stay in that place 24/7 because what it came down to, oof, I'm going to tie this together so well, you're going to be blown away. Trust. Ugh. I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust that I could get up every morning, keep making YouTube videos, keep working out, keep thriving, keep shining without the hate. I didn't trust that I could. I believed myself to be lazy, disorganized, maybe not that special, unworthy, you know, fill in the blank. But I thought my hate is all I have. And I wasn't thinking these thoughts consciously. And that's why they're so pernicious. You're not like, time to get up and clock into the hate factory again. Like, you're not, but you just, it's like this, it's like wearing a weighted vest. You're moving around and you could put something over it and no one knows it's there, but you know it's there. And there is a heaviness to you. And you're sweating and you're working and you're in pain, but you're carrying on and you're doing it. And no one's going to see you bleed, God damn it. But you know that you are. Because I couldn't trust, I am still creative and smart and I can complete these tasks and go after my goals, even if I'm not constantly angry and bitter and furious. Because let's go back to Team USA. Yeah, they're probably like doing the haka, like, I love the haka. If I see a man do the haka, like I will get immediately naked. I can never go to Polynesia. Never. New Zealand, I can never go there. I'll get incarcerated. Anyway, they were probably just like, we're going to show this bitch what's up. But if they had gone out there on these routines purely with revenge in mind and not, okay, defaulting to their mindset exercises, which runs through, and they have their phrases and they have their pep talks and they have their routine, they would have fucking blown it because it's too much emotion to manage. It takes you over. They had to just be like, all right, we're going to get an eye drop of that hate. And we're then going to go back to our systems. We're going to trust not in our revenge and our hate. We're going to trust in who we are, in our emotional scaffolding, our routines, our prayers, our mindset exercises, our meditation practices, taking our supplements, doing our stretching, talking to our dog, writing in our journal, whatever this scaffolding is that keeps their life upright, that is what won them a gold medal. That eyedropper of hate might have just been like, like it might have just given them that extra little like, come on, come to daddy. You want to dance? Let's dance. But make no mistake, that's not what got them there. And I was able to look over the course of the last few years. Again, I know that I talk about it all the time with Laura's help. Like, I was either able to create that scaffolding in my life. My life is extremely routine. I have like my tea. And when I do my tea, I do my mindset exercise and I listen to my positive intelligence and I listen to my Dr. Joe Dispenza and I go on my walks and blah, blah, blah. Like all of these things are designed to replace the hate, to replace the anger. You can do it. And you know what? I'm more productive. No, I'm not. I am the same. I'm the same amount of productive. But let's say like all the production is the same. But when I wasn't working before, when I was still fueled by hate, I wasn't really resting. I wasn't really happy all that much. And now I just have more balance. I am achieving the same. And I know it's going to keep going up. But on the flip side, I'm happier. Does that make sense? You defeat a hater through success. I know, girl. Is it that satisfying? You could buy their domain name and make a fake website saying they're an escort. I've done that, and I've got to tell you, that is incredibly satisfying. It is. I'm not going to lie to you. But you also have to fuse that with your own success. A hater wins by slowing you down. And you know, I love revenge. I mean, I love it. The domain name thing. Truly, truly, I will tell you, living well is the best revenge. And you know what? Yeah. Rub their face in it. Why do you think I post so many, like, I won't say sexy pictures on Instagram because, like, they're not. I mean, I see what people post on Instagram, but I'm not, like, shy about my body. I'm, like, fun. I'm sassy. I'm sexy. I do it as a fuck you to those people who want to dim me down. Why do they want to dim me down? I don't know. Jealousy, confused admirer, contrast, blah, 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 blah. Put it in whatever garbage bag you want to and just keep moving forward. And you know what? I find real pleasure in rubbing people's nose and how fucking wrong they are. I love a good I told you so. And I get to say I told you so by living a life less ordinary, by going after what I want, and by never, never slowing down to accommodate someone else's insecurities. I don't do that. And when people try to run that game on me, I can see it so clearly. Like, I know what you're doing. And now you're my enemy. And I am going to destroy you by peacocking in a way that is going to make you seethe. Seethe. Do you know that every time I post a hot or sexy photo on my Instagram, I lose like 100 followers? I do. And I was telling to Tana in Hawaii because I posted you know what? I can see. Let's see what I posted. People are like, I posted this. Wait. That's my body. That's also my body. Those are my nips. They look great because they haven't suckled children. They're ornamental. 100 followers, gone. And she's like, why? I'm like, because bitches be jealous. This was too much of a contrast that you can be my age and thriving and hot and happy and healthy, and you can go fuck yourself, Shallon. And I posted on my Instagram at the time, I'm like, I'm so sorry these people left. I would have loved for them to stick around so I can annoy them more. Had I known I was gonna lose these people, I would have posted truly so much. I had a great picture of my butt in the pool. I could have posted that. If I'd known this was my last chance to make them miserable, I really would have gone for it. I've learned to embrace that. Hate is freedom. Hate is a compliment. They don't boo the nobodies. I hear that sound now. I love it. And you know what? Of course it's painful. Of course it's painful to think, wow, 100 people out there hate to see me looking good. Wow, the former gymnast who should be so in our corner because she gets how difficult this is, thinks we're lazy? That you do not need to tell yourself that. I don't care. I love this. I do love it in a lot of ways, but in a lot, no, I don't. But I have learned to reframe this narrative. I have learned to tell myself something different. Maybe I'm gaslighting myself, but honestly, it's better than stewing. It's better than inhabiting that place of sadness and misery and resentment and just woundedness, because then they win. Then they win. They're just confused admirers. Let's make them more confused than ever. They hate the great ones. Let me know your questions about haters. We can keep doing videos on this. And if you want to join the Shallontrage, we've been talking about this and a whole bunch of other stuff this week. I always give you the inside tea. The Shallontrage it's an incredible girl gang. There's hundreds and hundreds of girls in there. We've got 23 different group chats. Everything, the topics are everything from evil to manifestation and positivity, outfits, post-reaction, everything you can think of, love and dating, health. And I do a deep dive. The videos are like basically no real celeb stuff and just very deep dives into like more niche topics and like unpacking the psychology of things more. A lot of pep talks. Every video is designed to get you to level up. And you know what? It does. All right, girls. I will see you next time. Don't forget, come to Italy. We've got a space or two. It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. And if you want some new clothes this summer, if you want to try on some new looks, despite what the haters you know might try to tell you about boxing you in, try the box I'm going to develop for you. XO Style Box. It's free. Your first month is free. And if you go to my Instagram, the first pinned image is a contest where you can win 2 months for free. No cost to enter, no nothing like that. I don't sell your information because I don't know how. Okay, I love you, Shalligators. I'll see you later. Mwah!